Understanding the quiet ones. In a world where everyone seems eager to share every moment, every meal, every thought, and every minor achievement online, people who choose not to post on social media often stand out. They appear mysterious, different, and sometimes even misunderstood. But the truth is, behind this silence lies a unique psychological profile that is far deeper than most people realize. People who don't post are not necessarily disconnected from the digital world. They are simply choosing to engage with it in their own intentional and meaningful way. Many individuals who stay quiet online have a strong sense of identity that is not tied to external validation. They don't seek approval from likes, comments, or shares. They don't feel pressured to display their life as a highlight reel just to keep up with societal expectations. Instead, they find contentment in knowing who they are without needing the world to confirm it. This internal self-worth is one of the most powerful traits a person can have, and it often sets them apart in a digital culture driven by constant attention-seeking. Some people avoid posting because they value their privacy deeply. They understand that the internet remembers everything. Once a photo, opinion, or personal moment is shared, it becomes public property open to judgment, interpretation, and even misinterpretation. These individuals prefer to protect their personal life, relationships, and emotions from unnecessary exposure. They do not want their memories to be filtered through screens or measured by how many people react to them. They want their life to belong to them, not the digital world. Their silence can also be rooted in mindfulness. People who don't post are often observant, reflective, and conscious of where they invest their mental energy. They know that social media can easily become overwhelming, distracting, or mentally draining. Instead of getting caught in an endless cycle of scrolling and comparing, they choose peace, they choose presence, they choose to experience life without feeling the need to document it constantly. Their decision is not about hiding, it is about living fully in the moment. Another interesting aspect of their psychology is that many quiet users are actually more socially aware than those who post frequently. They watch, listen, and analyze rather than rush to broadcast. They pay attention to the world, to people, and to subtle details that others often miss. Their quietness allows them to understand human behavior on a deeper level. They notice patterns, emotions, and intentions more clearly because they are not distracted by the need to perform for an audience. Some silent users are also selectively expressive. They may not post publicly, but they communicate deeply with the people they trust. They share privately, not publicly. They value authentic connection over public attention. To them, the most meaningful moments are the ones shared in real conversations, face-to-face or one-on-one, not through a caption or a filter. In a noisy world, their silence is not emptiness, it is strength, it is clarity, it is purpose, and it reflects a personality grounded in self-awareness, privacy, and intentional living. High self-awareness and emotional intelligence. People who do not post on social media often carry a high level of self-awareness that sets them apart from the majority. Self-awareness means understanding who you are at your core, your motivations, your emotions, your boundaries, and your true desires. These individuals naturally know how easily the online world can influence one's mood, self-esteem, and even identity. They recognize that social media is designed to keep people comparing, competing, and constantly seeking validation. And because they understand this, they choose to engage with it from a distance. Emotionally intelligent individuals know how to regulate their emotions without needing public reassurance. They do not depend on digital applause to feel valued. While many people subconsciously post to feel seen or appreciated, the quiet ones don't need an online audience to acknowledge their achievements or emotional experiences. Their confidence is internal, not borrowed from strangers. They don't rely on numbers, likes, or viral moments to define their worth. This ability to self-regulate shows emotional maturity and inner strength. Another strong psychological trait among those who stay silent online is their preference for genuine connection. They understand that social media friendships are often shallow, built on interactions that require minimal effort. A like is not the same as real support. A comment is not the same as genuine understanding, and a public post is not the same as heartfelt communication. These individuals prefer depth over display. They invest their emotional energy into relationships that matter, not into digital impressions that fade within seconds. Their emotional intelligence also helps them avoid the emotional traps of social media, jealousy, comparison, and insecurity. They know that most of what people post is carefully curated and edited to appear perfect. They don't fall for illusions, nor do they feel the need to compete with them. Instead of comparing their life to someone else's highlight reel, they focus on their own journey. They understand that everyone grows at their own pace, and that success is not measured by how many people watch you achieve it. People who don't post online also tend to be more introspective. They think before they speak, reflect before they react, and observe before they judge. They value mental clarity and emotional balance. They understand that once something is shared online, it invites opinions, assumptions, and sometimes even negativity. By staying silent, they protect their emotional space. Their privacy becomes their shield. Their boundaries become their strength. Some quiet individuals may also be protecting themselves from unnecessary drama. They know that the digital world is full of arguments, misunderstandings, and conflicts that begin with a single post. To avoid these exhausting situations, they choose silence over attention. They choose peace over performance. They choose stability over stimulation. Lastly, their emotional intelligence is reflected in their ability to live authentically. They do not perform for the world. They do not seek approval from crowds. They do not shape their personality based on trends or opinions. They live according to their own values, stay true to their inner voice, and maintain emotional freedom by not depending on external validation. Their silence isn't a lack of expression. It is a deliberate expression of who they truly are. The power of mystery and independence. There is something undeniably powerful about people who remain mysterious in a world obsessed with visibility. When everyone is constantly posting, sharing, and updating, the ones who stay quiet create a natural sense of intrigue. Their silence becomes a statement. Their absence becomes noticeable, and without saying a word, they draw more curiosity than those who broadcast everything. The mystery isn't something they create intentionally. It is simply a byproduct of their personality and the choices they make about how they interact with the digital world. People who don't post are not trying to hide. They are simply choosing not to perform. And that choice alone adds to their allure. Someone's life isn't on display. Others begin to wonder, what are they doing? What are they thinking? What are they working on? The less they show, the more people want to know. Mystery naturally amplifies presence. It makes a person feel rare, and in a world full of oversharing, rarity is a form of power. This mystery is deeply connected to their independence. People who don't post on social media often have a strong sense of self that doesn't require public validation. They do not need others to approve of their lifestyle, achievements, or decisions. They don't need to prove that they are happy or successful. Their life is lived offline, not for the sake of an audience. Their independence shows that they trust themselves. They make their own decisions. They walk their own path. They don't need the crowd to clap for them in order to keep going. Independence also means they are harder to influence. While many people get caught in trends, mimicking what others wear, say, or do, the quiet ones remain grounded. They think for themselves. They question things instead of blindly following. Their identity is not shaped by comparison. They don't measure their progress by someone else's timeline. This makes them emotionally strong and mentally steady. Their inner compass guides them, not the digital noise around them. Another trait of these silent individuals is their deep focus. They are often busy creating, building, learning, or improving themselves. Their energy isn't spent crafting perfect posts or waiting for reactions. It is spent on real growth. While others are posting progress, they are quietly making progress. And when their results finally show up, people are surprised because they were working in silence the entire time. People who don't post also tend to value experiences over documentation. They want to live the moment, not pose for it. They want to feel life, not filter it. They prefer to make memories, not content. This gives them a deeper emotional connection with their own life because they aren't constantly viewing it through a screen. Finally, T. Air mystery comes from the fact that they reveal themselves only to those who truly matter. Their lives are not open books for strangers. They choose carefully who gets access to their thoughts, emotions, and personal world. This selective openness makes their presence meaningful. It makes their relationship stronger, and it shows a level of emotional maturity that the online world rarely encourages. In essence, their mystery is not a mask. It is a reflection of their independence, depth, and clarity. They don't need to be seen to feel significant. They don't need to post to feel alive. They let their life speak for itself, quietly yet powerfully. Inner peace, discipline, and a strong sense of purpose. Behind the silence of people who don't post on social media lies a powerful combination of inner peace, discipline, and purpose. Their quietness is not emptiness, it is intentional. It reflects a mind that is not easily distracted, a heart that is not easily influenced, and a life that is not controlled by external noise. These are individuals who truly understand what it means to be centered. They know where their energy goes and they guard it carefully. Inner peace is one of their strongest traits. In a world filled with constant notifications, emotional triggers, and endless comparisons, these individuals intentionally choose simplicity. They don't feel the need to compete with anyone or project a certain image. Their peace comes from knowing who they are, not from how they appear online. They value quiet moments, personal reflection, and real-life experiences. Peace for them is not the absence of noise. It is the ability to remain grounded despite the noise. Their discipline is another major factor that shapes their online silence. People who don't post often have strong self-control. They know how to manage their time, their emotions, and their priorities. They understand how easy it is to get lost in the digital world, scrolling for hours, seeking likes, or chasing validation. Instead, they choose to direct their energy toward personal growth. Their discipline helps them stay focused on long-term goals rather than short-term attention. They are consistent in developing themselves, maintaining their routines, and building a life that is fulfilling in the real world. These individuals also understand the value of privacy in maintaining emotional stability. A culture where oversharing is normalized. They choose restraint. They know that not every moment needs an audience, not every victory needs applause, and not every challenge needs to be posted. Their privacy protects their mental state. It keeps them free from unnecessary opinions, judgments, and assumptions. This level of discipline requires emotional strength and self-respect. A strong sense of purpose also guides their silence. People who do not post often have clear intentions about how they want to live their lives. They prefer to invest their time in meaningful work, whether that is building a career, nurturing relationships, focusing on health, or developing their spiritual growth. Their purpose keeps them grounded. It helps them stay aligned with what matters most. They are not distracted by digital trends or social pressures because their direction is internal, not external. Their purpose also gives them confidence. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They don't need validation to feel accomplished. They don't need online recognition to feel valuable. Their goals are real, their growth is real, and their journey is real, even if it's not documented for the world to see. Ultimately, the silence of these individuals speaks louder than constant posting ever could. It shows strength, it shows maturity, it shows clarity. They are not hiding, they are living. They are not avoiding others, they are protecting themselves. They are not disconnected. They are deeply connected to their inner world. In a society that encourages noise, their quietness is a form of wisdom. In a world that worships attention, their privacy is a form of power. and in a culture that values visibility, their silence becomes a reminder that the most meaningful lives are often the ones lived away from the spotlight.